Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. My name is Rotem Levzwickel. I'm the co-founder and COO of Agamon. We are a health tech company. Our company has been built by radiologists, AI data scientists, and product experts. Our expertise, our tech, is based on what we call deep language understanding, which is the next level of natural language processing. It's a much more comprehensive and complex understanding of clinical concepts. I'll tell you more about it, obviously, in a minute. Through our technology, we're able to generate actionable insights for health systems, and we manage large volumes of radiology data for them to improve patient outcomes and experience. So there are a lot of operational inefficiencies in healthcare. We all know that, unfortunately. And a lot of it is because data is significantly underutilized. Patients are falling through the cracks because of it. I'll give a specific example of a follow-up adherence use case in a minute. And with the current systems in place, it's hard to utilize this data. It requires a lot of manual work. And these inefficiencies, why does it matter? Because, like I said, poor outcomes is something none of us want, obviously. And litigation against clinicians, unfortunately, we've seen some examples of it all the time. And radiologist burnout. When you ask radiologists to manually input data and to manually do tests, that leads to a lot of burnout that obviously is not a good outcome for anybody. So our technology, like we said, deep language understanding, we're able to ingest millions of unstructured textual data and put them through our NLP pipeline. This deep language understanding pipeline takes all this information, all this unstructured textual data, and the output is our dashboard with actionable insights for radiology departments. I'll show you a quick video about, hopefully none of us use paper anymore, but this is only to demonstrate. We're taking these sentences, and for each sentence in the report, we're teaching the computer basically how to read it and to understand these complex concepts. So together, this is a 10 millimeter nodule, and we're able to say that this nodule is specifically in this site in the body. And this is our dashboard, and every report is parsed like this, and there's an actionable insight. And we're able to detect concepts and matters that are not explicitly written or dictated in the text. So working with AWS has been tremendously helpful for us. We've seen with our customers that every single one of them has a different IT setting, and our challenge is, and part of what we do is to adapt to these different settings. And working with AWS, that's how we're able to do that. And these are some of the products that we work with, and this is what's powering our AI training tasks. I want to give you a specific example of a use case of how we leverage unstructured data. So around 30% of patients with a follow-up recommendation never follow up. I'm talking about, come in 6 months for an additional MR, or see a specialist because you have a small mass in your bladder. 30% of these patients fall through the cracks and never follow up. And that results, like I said earlier, in poor outcomes, sometimes litigation against clinicians, and that's not something that's wanted. Using our platform, we're able to close the loop of communication between the radiology department, the referring physician, and the patient, so that the patient gets the care that they need. I want to show you a specific example. Asuta is our customer. It's the largest private hospital or health system in Israel. We took around 40,000 reports from 2017 of chest, abdomen, and chest-abdomen CTs. And through our analysis, we've shown that about 40% of them had a follow-up recommendation. Unfortunately, 70% of those patients never followed up. So Asuta basically lost these patients to follow-up. Our goal was to enable Asuta to leverage this data so that these patients will get a personalized and timely treatment based on these recommendations. And if we take a deeper look at the data, so this is a breakdown of the recommendation type. So a lot of it was imaging and correlation, but also come see a specific specialist. And if we take an even deeper look at the specialists that were recommended to see, this is how the data has been presented. And we're now working with Asuta to make sure that these patients get the timely recommendation to come back and get the treatment that they need. So to conclude, working with Agamon is about providing better patient care for the patients, better experience, better outcomes. It's a lot about minimizing liability risk for radiologists and clinicians, closing these care gaps, and also generating additional revenue for the health system. This is my email. You're more than welcome to contact me if you have additional questions, and I'll hang around here as well. Thank you very much.